If you live in Canada and don't yet receive our free monthly newsletter about today's persecuted church, sign up today at the top right of the screen or go to persecution.net. There's simply no better way to learn about the faith and courage of our brothers and sisters around the world and how you can stand together with them. And you can also share the newsletter with friends and family. Sign up today. And now, more of the Persecution Report. An Egyptian court has refused to rule in a case filed by 25-year-old Mohammed Hegazi, who is seeking legal recognition of his conversion from Islam to Christianity. The judge said that Hegazi had not followed the proper legal procedures and stated that in any case, people cannot convert to an older religion. Monotheistic religions were sent by God in chronological order, the court said, and as a result, it is unusual to go from the latest religion to the one that preceded it.
It's based on Islamic theology, which says that Islam is the latest revelation of God. They see the monotheistic revelation as a chronological event, starting with Judaism, with the Old Testament, and that Christ was the second revelation, and Muhammad was the third and last revelation. And so their argument is that why would a person then go back to an older revelation? It makes no sense, and in fact, it's the wrong thing to do. And so I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a way of keeping people from converting, although that's certainly how it's being used. But it is based on a theological understanding of how God has revealed himself.
Hegazi's decision to file the case in August was related to the birth of his daughter, who was born on January 10th. Current Egyptian law dictates that his daughter will have to inherit Islam and marry a Muslim man regardless of what she or her parents personally believe. Hegazi reportedly intends to take the case to Egypt's Supreme Court. In March of last year, a shocking story came out of Nigeria's Gombe state which drew worldwide attention. Christian schoolteacher Christiana Oluwatoyin Oluwashisen, a mother of 2 small children, was brutally murdered. Now, what made this tragedy even more disturbing is that the killers were students at the school where she taught. Recently, I traveled to Nigeria and visited with the late teacher's husband and children. A husband still in grief and 2 children unaware that their mother will never come home again stand over an unmarked grave where this mother and wife was laid to rest. Femi Oluwashisen says he got a call from Christiana on the morning of March 21st, 2007 from the other side of the country.
Informing me of the problem, that a car had been damaged and the school is under commotion. So not quite long, I couldn't hear her again. I was thinking it's a communication problem. So immediately, I make all effort to contact her. I couldn't get through. So I had to contact other friends there in Gombe State, who I told that this is what my wife told me. Kindly help me go to her school and see things for yourself, see what is going on. So they went there quite right, and knowing fully well what has happened, they couldn't relay the information to me.
After trying all day to contact his wife, Femi eventually got a call from his pastor at 5:30 in the afternoon telling him to travel immediately to Gombe State. Femi, a medical laboratory scientist, hired a taxi for the long drive across the country. On the way, he called one of Christiana's close friends to find out what she knew. He got the news. His wife was dead.
So she now told me, actually, she has gone to glory. From there, I was perplexed. I couldn't control myself right on that spot. In fact, I had to tell the taxi driver to stop. I came down from the taxi. People were seeing me like a madman. I was just rolling on the ground. I was just telling God that, God, it must not be. It must not be. It must not be. And I was praying that, God, it must not be. You have to reverse it. It must not be.
But it was. Christiana's life on earth was over. But what happened? Why such a violent death? Christiana was supervising a classroom of teenage students while they were taking an Islamic religious knowledge exam. In accordance to school procedure, the students were to place their papers, books, and bags in front of the class. One of the girls refused. So Christiana, a devoted teacher who would not permit cheating, took the bag from her.
Immediately the girl started screaming, Allahu Akbar, meaning God is great, God is great. So before you know what, she was being tagged as desecrating the Quran. Being a Christian, that she touched the bag containing the Quran. But from findings and from the principal of the school, we were reliably informed that it wasn't even a Quran. It was like a paper that somebody wanted to shoot with, and he wrote the Quranic language, not even the Quran.
The Cray students began to shout and then beat, stone, and club Christiana to death because she prevented a student from cheating and because she was a Christian from another part of Nigeria. They dragged her corpse outside the building and burned it. Femi had to inform Christiana's mother that her daughter had been killed. And as far as what he told his 3-year-old daughter, Temilade,
when she asked me, all I told her, because of the assurance I have in me, is your mommy is with Jesus. So up to this very moment, if you ask her, she will tell you, mommy with Jesus, mommy with Jesus. That has been what I've been telling her.
Eventually, Femi will tell his daughter and infant son what really happened to their mother. She will never be coming home. While she may not understand why her mommy is no longer around, Temilade has been traumatized. She was very close to her mother, who picked her up every day after school.
She came to me, Daddy, they want to kill me. I said, who want to kill you? She came, the way she spoke to me, she was afraid. She whispered it. She couldn't say it in an open, she whispered it to my ears that they want to kill me. I said, who want to kill you? She said, look at them, they want to kill me. So immediately I told her, look, nobody will kill you. You can't be killed. Say it after me. Say, Daddy, I can't be killed. That's very good.
What makes this senseless killing even more tragic, it was to be Christiana's final day at the government school in Gombe State. Just a few days before, her fellow teachers had given her a farewell gathering. Christiana was to join her husband Femi here in Abeokuta in Ogun State. She even had a new job lined up. Making matters worse is that those who committed the murder may never be prosecuted. Femi's life was shattered. He says he has no option but to forgive those who took his wife away from him.
That the only way I can help myself and I can live long and to take care of my children, forgive them. But all I'm trying to tell the world is, even though I am forgiving them, I may not be able to forget. It's not easy to forget it. But the fact is that let's see a repentable people.
The Voice of the Martyrs in Canada has established a memorial project in Christiana's memory. Through donations made by Christians from across Canada, we are furnishing this computer classroom at the Voice of the Christian Martyrs School in Abeokuta with 60 computers and desks. Christiana was skilled in computer technology and loved to teach students those important skills.
Well, it's highly amazing to have received all these meals from various countries.
Femi has received thousands of letters, cards, and notes of encouragement from around the world.
It has been a joy to me. It has been an encouragement to me. Like we have here, we love you, be happy. Despite in the midst of the sorrow, the children are telling us to be happy. And they're also encouraging my children. And what you also have here is that the Lord God is with you also, from children. What a beautiful picture, what a beautiful flower. So all these things that have been done for her, is like telling you that you are not alone. Physically, people are praying, spiritually, people are praying for you. Physically, they are showing it. And that is why you are here, sir, to interview me today, telling me that you are not alone. We are also behind you.
Femi's main task in life, with God's help, is to raise his children in the ways of the Lord, something he and Christiana had agreed to do together. That was their plan. Femi will make sure they will never forget about their mother and that she was faithful to Jesus, even unto death. What beautiful children who in time will learn what a wonderful and brave person their mother was. Well, coming up on next month's Persecution Report, Bukhar Samson was almost killed during an attack that took the life of his father. He is now preparing for full-time ministry as a pastor.
I decided, God even talked to me one day that is the right channel that I should follow. Because some people were discouraging me. In fact, if I'm to follow that footstep, I know what happened to my late father. I shouldn't do that. But I didn't even listen to them.
We'll hear Bukhar's amazing story on the next Persecution Report. Thanks for watching the Persecution Report. Goodbye, and God bless.
To learn more about the ministry of the Voice of the Martyrs and ways in which you can help persecuted Christians, sign up today for our free monthly newsletter at persecution.net. That's persecution.net.